Can I be heard now? My mic was tripping. I don't know what the hell was going on. Can y'all hear me in the chat? Mic check, mic check. I should have checked this shit out before I started, but I could have sworn I had this shit all set up right. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't been here in a minute, shit seems to fuck up. You know what I mean? Anyway, so check it out. I was in the sis room the other day, Stinson, checking out some old school shit, some Nature Boy content or whatever we want to call it, carbonation content or whatever. So you got this little three-way going on with Velvet, Soular, and Natiri, which, aka Janae. Her real name is Janae. So we have this going on with them, right? And for one, you got Soular, like Soular on some other shit, bro. Like he's really self-influenced. Like everything's about him, and if there's a wrong, it has to be blamed elsewhere. Like, don't even worry about it. We're gonna check it out. Let's start with Velvet first, and then we're gonna get into to the conversation between Janae and Soular. Now, mind you, this isn't brand new content. It's like a week ago or whatever. So I'm just reviewing it. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. Salute to the chat. Now, mind y'all, these people come from Carbonation. Carbonation was a cult, sort of like a sex cult or whatever like that. Had a dude named Nature Boy, just for the people that don't know, had a guy named Nature Boy that was the chief of the cult. Well, long story short, he is actually in jail right now, in county jail, waiting for his trial or whatever for the R word allegations. You know, we can't say everything because YouTube be tripping or whatever, but he's in jail for that, awaiting that. You know, he keeps losing attorneys or whatever. But he is the husband of this woman right here, of Eliana, a.k.a. Velvet, who was also pregnant by one of his old disciples that was up under him, like bitch made under him, named Soular, who would have never did that shit had that dude not been in jail. But, you know, I guess he think he going away forever. He might mess around and get out if the case don't go right. You know what I mean? So, damn, what just happened right there? Oh, okay. So he don't really know what's gonna go on. So Soular was the guy that was at Carbonation messing with the girl named Zoka. Well, Natiri, which is Janae, comes in and she goes after this nigga while he's with Zoka. Long story short, everything ends with the code or whatever because dude gets put in jail by the girl that went after Soular, who was with Zoka, which is Janae, the one that went after him. She's the one who put the R charge on Nature Boy, whether true or not. She did that. So then you get Soular. Everybody broke up. Everybody split up and went their different ways. He still got 3 of his wives still stunting for him. Everybody else broke up. So Soular takes it upon himself to start messing with Janae because he was in his mode where he felt like he had to have a woman or something. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is done off of love, like he says. So once he gets to talking to Eliana, this nigga gets infatuated with her. What you can tell, he's been infatuated with her before, but that was Chief's girl. You understand what I'm saying? Either that or this nigga is so infatuated with Nature Boy that he just literally needs to have whatever he has, even though he tried to put it on the fact that Nature Boy owes him a child because he's basically saying Nature Boy killed his child that Zoka was pregnant with. Where that makes sense, I don't know. I mean, you feel like he's the reason why you lost your child, which I get it, but payback and him owing you a child is to go get the wife that he's not even with pregnant. Now, I would say Velvet is more wrong in that situation than Soular. Nah, I can't do that. They both hella wrong for it. You know what I'm saying? Not that I think anything right should come towards Nature Boy, but the situation is just nasty. You understand what I'm saying? Not only that, Janae just had a baby, and Eliana's baby is not gonna be out too far after that. So he go over to this woman right here, Eliana, who already had 2 kids, put another kid in her, instead of going to the woman who was having her first child. You're having your first child. You'd rather go to another woman and take care of her baby daddy's kids? Come on, man. That shit don't make no sense. That's how you know this nigga a lame. He talk all that fly shit, but this nigga a lame. All the shit he try to talk about spirituality and, oh man, I'm the most knowledgeable. And, man, don't nobody want to go and compete with me on knowledge. Nigga, you never spit any knowledge. All you ever do is sit there talk about how much you know and how you're better than everybody else. Sit your crooked teeth ass down. Light bulb head having ass. You guys can't hear the video? Is the video playing? God damn, man, I can't get the... Here we go.
I've attracted people who have inflicted or
There's no audio?
reopened or just added to my childhood wounds. And
All right, let me know when the
for
sound comes in.
years,
We'll
I've
fix it.
been actively and progressively working on healing these aspects of me to the point where I'm just in a space where if I'm loving myself and if I gotta be around you at any rate and that causes me to have to neglect myself, I'm not gonna be around you. And then when the tables turn,
All right, cool.
these people are back on my phone line begging me to coming back to be in my life or just to be around me.
Let's go back a little bit.
You are as a young adult.
Listen, and this is what made them so perfect for each other, but so bad for each other. Talking about Velvet and Soular, because both of them are the same way. Both of them are egotistical. You understand what I'm saying? Both of them are self-centered, toot their own horns. You know what I'm saying? Sit here and repeat stuff and say things that I guess we're supposed to think about them, which is not true, which lets you know that they're delusional about how they think about themselves. Because what they say and what they do are 2 totally different things.
Adult. So you make decisions from your childhood, and a lot of the decisions that I've made came from my childhood. And the people I've attracted came from, how I visioned myself, as a person and my lack thereof of acknowledging myself as a person, rather, or just as myself, period, and totally accepting myself. I've attracted people who have inflicted or reopened or just added to my childhood wounds. And for years, I've been actively and progressively working on healing these aspects of me to the point where I'm just in a space where if I'm loving myself and if I gotta be around you at any rate and that causes me to have to neglect myself, I'm not gonna be around you. And then when the tables turn, these people are back on my phone line begging me to coming back to be in my life. Or
now, mind you, when she's talking about these people are begging me to be back in my life, I believe she's talking about Soular calling and begging, because don't that nigga seem like the type that he'll just get with somebody and all of a sudden they leave him or something and he's like, but I'm in love with you. You're my soulmate. Like dude is so soft with it, like, and he can't even see it. He can't even see it. He think that's what a real man is. He really think that bullshit that he portrays is what a real man is. You know, he already claimed he got the most knowledge. He make the best beats. He the best rapper. All these motherfuckers think they famous already. Like, y'all ain't famous. Even if people know about y'all, that don't make y'all famous. Ain't nobody beating down y'all doors. Shit, Soular over there looking like he on drugs right now.
Just to be around me in whatever way that they feel is beneficial for them, but I still have to neglect myself. Like, I'm tired of going through that. Like, this is maybe the reason why it was brought to my attention about having gestational diabetes. Like, I have to be okay with how I feel, whether people like it or not, whether people accept it or not. Like,
See,
it's not for you to understand. It's not.
See, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that she got diagnosed with diabetes, if that's what she's saying.
Not for you to accept. It's not for you to become one with. It's for me to accept. It's for me to become one with. And I feel hurt by Eliana's father, how that all transpired, like the backlash that it's caused in my life. I've lost relationships because of it. I've destroyed relationships because of that relationship. You know, like, it was a lot of stuff that happened that...
Notice everything is being put on, as far as the first baby daddy, everything's being put on him. Just like everything could be put on everybody else. Who else does that? Soular. Soular do the same thing. That nigga is the female Velvet. If Velvet is the female Nature Boy, well, then that nigga's the female Velvet.
I literally have no control over at this point, but to allow time to pass so that things can heal. And yet still to this day, there's a 5-year protection order against him. And
that shit got me weak right there. Oh, Darkwing Howard the Duck, most definitely on drugs.
And it's to the point where...
Call that nigga DW, head ass.
Eliana won't ever be able to meet her dad, see her dad, interact with her dad ever again in her life because of the dynamic of the relationship. And that hurts, like, a lot. Not for me per se, but like a butterfly shows up in my windowsill, an orange butterfly.
Look, see, now the orange butterfly show up in the windowsill. She swear up and down that was meant for her. That was something special. It could only happen to her. But she's sitting here talking about how Nature Boy would never see his dad because of the dynamics. But let's speak on another dynamic. The dynamics of what influenced you to leave your child with somebody from YouTube or from the internet, period, that you didn't even know like that. So you can go off and shoot music videos and be gone for days. If anything, that child shouldn't be around you either. Now, I'm not one that want any child in the system, but hey, sometimes the system can't be no worse than the damage around them. Now, for shit like that, I think she should have been brought up on a case and shit like that. Not necessarily Eliana taken from her, but she should have been on close watch or anything like that. Because like I said, I don't really care for kids going in the system. That's not necessarily a good place. And Eliana, Velvet, she's not necessarily the worst mother. She just doesn't make good decisions. Maybe she's learning now that she's on her, she about to have her 3rd child. I swear this girl was just a little girl when we first seen her. And that wasn't even that long ago. And you've already had 3 children and end up with 3 baby daddies. So you go to a cult with no babies based on spirituality and all this type of shit. And you mean to tell me you go and have all these different baby daddies? I'm an Erykah Badu fan, but I also don't agree with all the baby daddies. But hey, if it happened like that, it happened like that. But this one right here, it seemed like everywhere she went, she had her fucking legs open. Seemed like everywhere you went, you had your legs open, young lady. You know what I'm saying?
I think that is the not the solar plexus, the sacral chakra. Interesting. So yeah, there's a lot of things that hurt me when it comes to me thinking about my child, and
Look,
what
and give
she's
you
gonna
guys a little backstory. What this video is, this is basically a response to Soular's live he had did before this. And we'll probably review that tomorrow or something. You know what I mean? Not tonight. I already got this shit set up for what I'm going with as far as the three-way family triangle bullshit that's going on here. You know what I mean? And the main victim in this situation, based off of my title, that I see, that's not necessarily a victim at all herself, because she helped portray this shit. You know what I mean? Is Janae. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the same time, Janae, I'm not sure if she ever really messed with Nature Boy. I'm sure they have or whatever. But none of these niggas could say that they own anybody. You niggas was all fucking on each other. Real shit. Now, Soular, one of the guys, you know what I'm saying? Because the guys wasn't able to really get no nookie like that. So, as soon as he broke loose, like, Soular lost his mind after Nature Boy left. The nigga he was scared of. After that, you seen a whole different side to this nigga. If Nature Boy fuck around and get off this case, watch this nigga be gone. I bet you he don't talk that fly shit. He gonna get to talking that, it's about love, brother. It's about love. But you see what happened with Jaguar White's husband. You got to talking that love shit, and he gave you some love taps. He gave you some of them what Rockstar to do to be doing the voices over the pets and shit on the shorts and shit. What he say? You give him those skibbity paps.
have to experience. And then he's a fucking narcissist, abusive person. So of course he always tries to make me and other people think that, you know, like, he's God and he's the end all be all, and like, that's just toxic for the child. And I just don't understand how he wouldn't see that himself. But when you're so full of yourself and you're so full of the pain, hurt, and trauma that someone may have inflicted on you, you're not able to give love from a pure place to anybody, not even your children. And I don't want to.
Okay, then what are we talking about? Because when she first came to Carbonation, wasn't that her stitch? Wasn't that what she was yelling with her dad and all that? Like, you say you're not capable of loving anybody when you've been hurt or somebody that did certain things to you. When you came to Carbonation, you got to claiming how love was everything and all that type of shit. But right now you're talking about it's impossible to love anybody. And you're talking about Nature Boy, but not yourself. Now, how was you able to love anybody that you said you loved? Because every time you got with each one of your baby daddies, it was love and it was meant to be. That lasted for a couple weeks. How in the hell you go get pregnant by Soular and you niggas didn't even have a relationship for a few months? How does that happen? Let's just get pregnant.
Ever become that person. I don't want to become that woman who can't acknowledge her pain and not be able to continue to give love, because I don't know, I just feel like I'm a very loving person and I will give you a chance. I will see the potential in you. I will support you. I will uplift you. I will do all of that. But when it comes to me neglecting who I am and not loving myself in exchange for me loving you, that's where it becomes me drawing the line. Even sacrificing relationships with the fathers of my children, because it's for the betterment of everybody.
Plural. The fathers of my children. Usually when it's two, you say my baby daddies. She said the fathers of my children.
I'm not only making decisions for the betterment of me or the betterment of them or whatever. I'm making the best decisions for everybody involved.
No, that's what she doesn't do. Somebody in the chat, tell me, when have you ever seen Velvet make decisions that was in the best interest for everyone? I'll wait. She ain't never done that. Not one time has she done that. It's always been her own narratives. It's always been like that. She was the main one, remember? She was the first defiant one in the cult. Which rightfully so, you should be, but not just to get your way. Because you shouldn't have never been there in the first place. But as far as making decisions and shit that's in the betterment for everybody else never happens. That has never happened with her. Like, that's what's crazy. Like, it's one thing to get up here and talk about who you think you are. But who you think you are and the person you show can be two different things. And the person that's doing that sometimes won't even notice it because of how they feel they are. Not based on how they actually are.
And no, not all of my decisions have been accurate or healthy. But what I can say is that the decisions that I have made up until this point and where I'm sitting right now has benefited me in aiding my self-growth, my healing, my purpose, and all of the above. And I don't really have anything to be regretful about. You know, it's just that I do still hurt from the fathers, because when I got into relationships with each and every one of my my children's father, I gave my all. Like, I did the most. I went above and beyond. I was there. I was there to the point where the father of my children, every single one of them, wish still to this day that they could be with me.
There you go. Look. See? There go the delusional shit. Not saying that they don't wish they can be with her, but you see how she pumps herself up. Like, she's just she's that shit. Still to this day, every last one of them wants to be with me, and da-da-da-da-da. I don't necessarily think that's because of your personality. It might be because you're a little short, thick, little red bone or something. You understand what I'm saying? And if you look at the baby daddies you got, shit, them niggas, man, come on. Come on, man. Nature Boy ain't never pulled a bad woman. He might have pulled a bad bitch, but he ain't never pulled a bad woman. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never pulled a dime piece woman. Maybe a dime piece bad bitch, stripper or something, sex addict or something like that, but a woman? Nah, so that says a lot about what he's attracted to about you. Because I'm sorry, people can say what they want, feel how they want to feel. Hell, shit, call Dyse out of his motherfucking name if you want to. But y'all ain't never heard me pampering none of these motherfuckers. And shout out to the T for this video, man. I almost forgot to shout the sis out, but that's not what they have ever gotten from me. I ain't never sided with none of them. I've chopped it up with them a few times or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to pick their brain or whatever, but you ain't never heard about me sending no money to these niggas or nothing. Because I've always stood on the stance that you cannot help people that ain't screaming for help. We can't just assume somebody wants help. No matter what the situation is, they all chose to be there. They all manipulated the system, and they all played a part in this bullshit.
It's like, no, because you don't deserve a person like, you don't deserve what I have to offer. You may deserve a person to love you and, you know, take care of, you know, be there for you, support you, but not from me. Because when I got into a relationship with them, it was not reciprocated, and I don't look for things in return, but I'm not a bare minimum bitch either. Like, you're not about to breadcrumb me, you're not about to bare minimum me, you're not about to abuse me.
But you were breadcrumbed. Literally. When they was over there, where was it? Was it Nicaragua? Nicaragua, well, however you say that shit. You know what I'm saying? When they was all out there and shit, weren't they literally eating crumbs? Eating beans and one time a day while that nigga sit around and eat nuts and shit all day? Wasn't that scraps? You had the bare minimum in the name of nature. Nah, you niggas had the bare minimum in the name of attention. That drug is nasty. Man, that drug is so nasty.
You're not about to sit there and do whatever you feel like you want to do and neglect me and my emotions and the children. You're not doing that. I'm sorry. I put way too much on the table for people to come into my life and act like I'm less than what they know I came to the table with. Like, men and women. That's why I don't have no real girlfriends like that, for real, because it's to the point where so much hurt has happened in my life. I'm to the point where I don't know Like, who really there for me, who really support me, or who really jealous of me, or who really fake with me. Just
Look, she can't pick whether she want to be the victim or the big dog. You see how she went straight from listen. Watch when I go back. Watch how she go from victim to promoting herself like she that shit.
like I'm less than what they know I came to the table with.
Which I don't know
Like men
nothing that she
and
coming
women.
to the
That's why I
table
don't
with.
have no real girlfriends like that for real, because it's to the point where so much hurt has happened in my life. I'm to the point
Listen.
where I don't know like who really there for me, who really support me, or who
Look, that was the victim side. Now listen to how she turned right here. Even her whole face structure changes.
really jealous of me, or who really fake with me, just want to be around me. Because they got a lot of people that do that, just be around me just to soak in my energy. And because when you get around me,
This bitch went straight from victimhood to tooting her own horn again, like she was the business. Just to be around me to get my energy. I thought people was around you hurting you, not getting your energy, not just trying to take your energy. I thought you was going through so much. Because from what we seen, a lot of your hurt don't come. I'm not gonna say that. Like, it's not like we sat there and watched her get beat day in, day out. Now, some of the shit he did being aggressive was wrong, but some of the shit she was doing to promote that shit was wrong too. There was no rights in that situation. As far as victim shit, a lot of the shit that was kept up in your life from what we've seen, maybe victim back in the day, but from what we seen, nigga, you promoted most of that shit. It got to a point where y'all knew that we was going to attack that we was going to report that get views. So you and Nature Boy started basically writing bullshit scripts for you to leave the house, be gone for a minute, come back. Remember, you niggas was soaking up niggas' cash apps with that shit when everybody was helping y'all out, thinking y'all real victims. Remember that shit?
that's one thing about me, and I will never deny this about myself. You can call me narcissist, you can call me arrogant, you can call me whatever you want, but there's just core things about me that I have been shown over the years that what I bring to the table is what I bring to the table, and nobody can change that. I can't even change that unless I wanted to, if I decided not to heal, if I decided not to take the steps that I'm taking right now. So my thing is, people have come into my life just to befriend me, to soak in my energy, because when you get around me, there's nothing but abundance, like literal abundance. Like, I could tell you stories on stories.
Did this bitch just say that when people get around her, it's abundance? How do you know? You're not the other person to feel how they feel around you. It's that self-centered narcissism shit, man.
Stories on stories on stories on stories about what people gained from me in their lives and how they're changed. And so much so, like I said, these people are calling my phone begging to still be friends with me. And if I say no, or if I say, like, I don't want to be in a relationship with you, these are the very people that go on social media and talk about me, talk shit about me, call me a hoe, act like they fucked me and really didn't, cause confusion in my family.
I don't never remember really hearing nobody saying they fucked her and really didn't. Everybody I know that say they fucked you really fucked. You got babies to prove it. So what are we talking about? Like, why does she do this shit every time? Why do you come and do this same spiel every time while how you say the word, perpetuating a fraud? Because like I said, what you say and what you do are two totally different things. So there ain't nothing honest or honorable about you, baby girl.
Family life, cause confusions in.
Look, I've tried to have Velvet's back early on when I really thought she was just going through some shit. But sometimes you got to step back, see everything for what it is, and then make judgment. Because when we first thought she was a victim, everybody stood for her. Like, yes, we got her away. You good. Don't even worry about it. Stay away from that nigga, man. We got you. Well, I didn't have her. I ain't sent shit. But people had her, especially the women, rightfully so. And what'd you do? Spit in every last one of them women's face. Took their money, spit in their face, ran right back. Nature Boy even boasted about getting all everybody's money.
Future relationships and try to destroy my blessings and my abundance and the things that good that are coming to me. Like, this is so fucking whack and weird when you set boundaries because people don't appreciate you and people take you for granted and then they turn against you. So now you don't want to looking like you fucked up. But at the end of the day, they fucked over you. Like, what the fuck? But it is what it is. Like, I don't stress behind shit like that because I didn't do nothing to any of these people maliciously. Consciously, maliciously, to be like, I'm gonna fuck over this person. I'm gonna deliberately do this so that I can, like, be whatever the fuck. No, like, every relationship I've entered, every single relationship I've entered, whether it was platonic or romantic, I've come showing up as the true me. Whether I was healed, partially healed, not healed, healed just a little bit, I came up me, vulnerable, willing to do the work, to show up and show out for myself and for everybody else involved, because that's what I do. I'm a supporter. That's who I naturally am. I will never take that away from myself because that's beautiful. That's a beautiful aspect about me. But I'm not going to keep allowing people to have a revolving door in my life that just want to soak my presence for their benefit and use it for their benefit. I don't deserve that. Like, absolutely not. Like, I know. I'm not doing that shit no more.
I'm still trying. I'm trying to figure out, what does she think she deserves? What do you think you deserve? Because you know different than the rest of them who think they know everything while steady running into brick walls. But you guys, every time y'all run into a brick wall, y'all want to come and teach us again. Like we ran into the brick wall and we need to be corrected. No, you niggas need to be corrected. You little kids need to start listening to people if you guys are really being victims. So that's how I know it's not really that. It's all about the attention and the fact that these kids think they're famous. And you know who got them on that? Eligio Bishop. So for something you guys say was so bad, which us on the outside looking in, we can look at it and say, hey, this shit is horrible. But for y'all, he's been gone a year. Y'all don't even talk to him. Yet you guys are still perpetuating his shit. You guys are still out here sounding and acting and doing as he would do. And not only that, you guys used that man that was so bad to y'all, and rightfully so, he was. But why would you keep that in your life by always talking about this shit? All of you guys do it. All of you guys still talk about the cult, but it was so bad. Then when you guys get mad at each other, oh, that person hasn't sought help after what we went through and stuff. Man, none of you niggas was victims over there. Look, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. We can see whatever we want to see. But see, Nature Boy and Carbonation was doing this shit early on before everybody started clickbaiting and all that type of shit. They was already doing it. They was already writing script. They was already coming up with what they was going to do, who was going to have the drama on the next show, because they really thought they was making their own reality show. And they kind of did. Shit, I was tuned in. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of did. But I don't believe for 1 second that the shit was like it was on camera when them cameras was off. And y'all don't even want to know what I feel about Janae. Like Janae is kind of the victim in this situation, in this three-way, as far as the babies go. And the man she just had a baby with going and getting another woman pregnant and shit. And they all know each other. They're all close to each other and shit like that. All that shit was wrong. She could be the victim there. But my personal opinion, I don't find her to be the victim in the other case. Because there go that word again. You were perpetuating all that shit yourself. Right before them allegations came out in that house in Atlanta, wasn't she just the one outside beating the shit out of fucking Malia? Basically bitter because Malia's queen and he ain't never made Natiri queen. And you know, Natiri, she's one of those that think she's the queen, that she's that one. You feel me?
Like, this baby's father, you know, I recently just contacted him or whatever to pay my phone bill because I'm doing a lot on my own. Like, I'm doing a lot on my own. And I feel like what he did was just deliberate.
They are back at their mama's house, which proves to all of them that the nigga he was y'all daddy. Y'all couldn't survive once he was gone. Y'all couldn't keep it going or anything like that, make a lane for yourself or anything once he was gone. And I know I sound like I'm supporting that nigga, but I don't. I'm just calling it like I see it. When he gone, a lot of proof come out on these niggas. Y'all kids. Y'all couldn't even take care of yourself. Shit. Soular was running around homeless and shit. I think he back at his mama's.
And although people on social media tried to get me to see like he's doing, you know, he's doing all of this to get back at you and all of this stuff and all of this stuff and all of this stuff. Like, even though people tried to warn me and I didn't see it before, I see it now. And it just, like, it really does, like, it literally feels like a fucking knife is, like, in my heart 1,000 times. Like, and I ain't do shit. Like, I just was there, like, being genuine, being open, being optimistic in front of the fucking world, supporting him in front of the world, giving him the benefit of the doubt in front of the world. You know, chose to look like the fucking dummy in front of the world, even though I knew shit behind shit. Like, I made a lot of sacrifices to, like, you know, uplift him and support him and be there for him and, you know, at least try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that was cosmic. That wasn't just no, oh, let me just do this shit for fun. Like, a bitch ain't getting with niggas just for fun. Like, I'm somebody's wife. I don't have children just because I'm a whore and I'm just sleeping with people.
No. That's exactly why you... Come on, man. What the fuck are we talking about right here? Did this bitch just really say... Excuse my language, ladies, but did she really just say... I don't just get with people for fun. I'm a married woman. I don't just have kids. Like, what? Yeah, you a married woman, but you had 2 kids out of wedlock while you were still married. And now you want to claim marriage to this nigga? Word? Because you just put your own foot in your mouth and called yourself a hoe. If I'm keeping it real. Listen.
And I ain't do shit. Like, I just was there, like, being genuine, being open, being optimistic in front of the fucking world, supporting him in front of the world, giving him the benefit of the doubt in front of the world. You know, chose to look like the fucking dummy in front of the world, even though I knew shit behind shit.
Look, see, like, even though I knew shit behind shit, you see how she look in the camera when she say that? Pay attention to body language. Everything she full of shit about, she looking off in space somewhere.
Like,
look,
I made a lot of sacrifices to, like, you know, uplift him and support him and be there for him and, you know, at least try to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
watch, here come that part.
And that was cosmic. That wasn't just no, oh, let me just do this shit for fun. Like, bitch ain't...
Nah, that wasn't cosmic. You left the dude you came to carbonation with and went right over to Nature Boy trying to get to the top, just like the rest of them did. Come on, cosmic my ass. You bitches was hoes. Trying to sleep with the top nigga. Trying to be the queen.
Getting with niggas just for fun. Like, I'm somebody's wife. I don't have children just because I'm a whore and I'm just sleeping with people and all of this random shit people telling you on social media. I'm somebody's wife. I knew that since I could remember me even thinking that. Like, the way that I wanted to have my children is not the way that I'm having them.
So then how are you talking about you didn't just go have random children? You ain't no hoe. You's a married woman. But then turn around and say, the way I'm having children is not the way I wanted to have children. Then what are you if you're still married to your first child's father and you have 2 more children? You have 1 more child and another child on the way from 2 different niggas. I mean, if it looked like a duck, walk like a duck, it must be a motherfucking duck, right? This bitch should be a battle rapper with all these double entendres and shit.
The vision that I see for myself and my children is not what's happening right now. But am I going to give up on that because of the hurt and the pain that the fathers cause? Absolutely fucking not, because I just feel like the first father of my first child, Eliana, and the third father of this baby, I just feel like,
who are from the same group that they were all hanging with. Crazy, right? It's almost like Michelle A having a baby with damn Dr. Dre and Suge Knight.
it was deliberate, hurtful intentions behind what they did, and I feel like they want to see me fail. And I don't do anything to put them in situations where they're losing out. The only thing that I have ever done was walk away, and I guess that was enough for them to try to put me 6 feet under, or put me in the grave, or
my
create a situation for me where I have to depend on them. And that's why
What's
I don't
up,
ask them
Marwan?
for shit. That's why I never ask them for shit. That's why I've always done things on my own, because these motherfuckers want to use money against me, materialistics against me. I don't give a fuck how big your car is, how big your house is. I don't care how big your dick is. I don't care. That shit don't hold me. That shit don't move me. Like, you gonna have to come up with more than that. I'm a very spiritual person. I'm a very serious person. I'm a very intentional person. Even the bad decisions that I've made was intentional, as far as me wanting to see a certain outcome of it and wanting the best for everybody involved. Like, nothing I ever have done in my life was frivolous, because I had to grow up in a very hard way. So I don't know, like, I'm not about to sit here and be with these niggas. Absolutely fucking not. Like, if I was just about dick or sex or whatever you want to call it, I'll be sitting there doing what the other girls did and keep sucking his dick. But that was even a problem.
No, you wouldn't. If you were just about dick and sex and all that, you would do exactly what you're doing, jumping from pole to pole. If you was just about sex and shit, you wouldn't be doing what the rest of them was doing, sitting right there stuck with them. Nah. Because somebody like you can't be closed in. You got to be free to get out there and do what you do.
Fought because of that. I was physically abused because I didn't want to suck dick. Quite literally. And I'm the one. None of these women end up with babies, as many as I have, as much as I've gone through. Like, none of them have went through the extent. And this is not me comparing. I'm just showing you the fact.
I don't know about that, because I would have to say nobody really went through as much as Malia. Malia went through a lot and even kicked your ass. If we keeping it a stack, Malia mopped the motherfucking beach with this bitch. Real shit. She mopped the beach with her.
That's about the matter. Like,
then when it hugged her.
So much shit. It's just so much shit. I'm gonna digress though, because at this point in my life, I'm just like, there's no room for childishness, immaturity, irresponsible. Like, I have 3 children. 3 of them. I love my children. I want the best for my children. But being in relationships with their fathers are not going to help me evolve into the lifestyle that I want, nor manifest it. I've tried that shit. It's not going to work. And I'm not going to limit myself at the expense of being with a man. Absolutely not. I will be.
I get that, but after your first child's father and what you claim to have went through, why would you go have 2 more children? Why would a man even be in the view of your third eye? Why would that be the next step, is to go get laid, have another kid and stuff like that, if you're already hurting? If you say you're a spiritual person, then you know you bleeding that type of energy. If it's real, you're bleeding that energy out into your child. I don't know what people don't understand about that. Like, when you birth a child, you're directly pushing out a piece of your energy. So what you think that child gonna pick up? Like, you guys always say generational curses and stuff like that. Like, what's the generational curse? What curses are you guys talking about? Because the generational curses I know is what we all do through life. Like the way we separate our eggs and bread from the rest of the groceries. You know what I'm saying? The way black people ain't even got to be superstitious, but we won't split poles. Those are generational curses. Shit like when motherfuckers say, oh man, cancer running our family and stuff like that. That's a generational curse. Cancer don't run in nobody's family. Bad eating habits run in people's family. People grow up eating chitlins and shit like that. And that's what gives off the diet that people end up with diabetes, lupus, cancer, all that type of stuff. Bad eating habits. Bad habits, period. It's not no hereditary shit.
Single. I would be dickless. I would be all of the above. I would be single mom. I would be fucking poor. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, these niggas should be doing way more than what they doing.
Look, exactly, Chantel. While this bitch sit up here and play victim, Malia damn near died because of this nigga. Not necessarily just because of him, because Malia came there already. She's already a sick person. Ain't she anemic also? Still mop the beach with this broad.
For their children, but they do the bare minimum because that's who they are at the core. That has nothing to do with me. I go above and beyond for my children. I do the most for my children. And sometimes I overgive my children because that's who I am at the core of me.
Nah.
Do you see?
Keep game. I feel exactly what you're saying. I feel exactly what you're saying, Hudson. Wait, was that Hudson that said that? Oh yeah. Hudson said, and she don't know her moon cycle. It's not that hard to dodge pregnancy without taking pills. I agree with that, but remember what she just said a while ago. She just said even her bad decisions were made intentionally. You feel me?
These niggas doing anything. At this point,
so
I
that
should
means
have
she
a house
intentionally had these.
that I don't have to depend on
Look
Section 8.
at that. Here come the bullshit. Here come the bullshit. And the reason why you got so many kids, the reason why you chased after Nature Boy and shit like that, because you seen him with all the pocket money, him directing shit. You seen the power that he had over the rest of Carbonation. And she about to talk about that by talking about what she should have had, what she should have already. And she expect a nigga to do that when you can literally do that for yourself. Not that you shouldn't find a man that can provide or anything like that. Not saying that. But that shouldn't be why you keep opening your legs. Because now it sounds like you're just trying to trap a nigga that you may think is on their way to having something. You think Soular was about to blow up a little bit because he started getting some numbers, so you attached yourself to him. You bad energy, boo-boo.
At the core, that has nothing to do with me. I go above and beyond for my children. I do the most for my children. And sometimes I overgive my children.
Yep,
because that's who I am at the core of me. Do you see these niggas?
Not only that, what was her name? Mama D? Like, come on, man. But she's sitting up here talking about none of the other girls, none of the other ladies over there went through as much as she went through. Nigga, if anything, nigga, especially once you became the little queen or whatever, you had it easier than most. Like I said, you perpetuated most of the drama that you got into. It got to a point where even we was like, oh, here this bitch go again. Like, and we don't even fuck with Nature Boy, but we started feeling bad for that nigga. Like, damn, nigga, let that bitch go. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. She's still acting the same exact way she acted over there. If shit wasn't going her way, she threw a fucking hissy fit. You stepped up to that man, put that man in a different situation, which he was wrong for, because he's also perpetuating that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, you niggas is writing a script so that y'all could come on and get cash apps and shit. Sometimes it go a little haywire and shit, and then that's when y'all got authentic content. So you guys will push that shit over the bar a little bit until it goes too far. But then every time you leave and then y'all soak up even more, you go right back, and then all you guys are lovely. Y'all out at the beach, y'all going to different places, y'all get new cars and all that, all on the dimes of victimhood. All when these women come and fill up your cash app because you just had a baby and shit like that, you run right the fuck back over there to go back to the same shit. So you can't give me that victimhood bullshit when we done watched you out of everybody go back 3-4 times. The first time you left, if it was what it was, if it's what you say it was, then bitch, you should have kept your ass at home. You should have stayed the fuck away. But you kept running back to this shit. Even your dad went out there trying to save you, and rest in peace to him. But at the same time, he shouldn't have been trying to save nothing that wasn't screaming for help. But how does he do that when that's his fucking daughter?
Doing anything. At this point, I should have a house that I don't have to depend on Section 8 to live in. These are my true feelings about the matter.
She was literally the female nature boy, remember?
Do? They use the housing situation as an excuse for me to stay and for them to keep fucking me and keep putting babies in me.
Listen to
wanting me to allow them to abuse me, to be polygamous.
Listen to that.
Because that's who I am at the core of me. Do you see these niggas doing anything? At this point, I should have a house.
Look,
that I don't have to depend on Section 8 to live in.
You should have a house based on what? You ain't with these niggas. All that nigga gotta do is take care of his child, which he's not doing, neither one of them. But if you're not with them, they don't have to do nothing. And what about what you can do? You the famous one, right? You the star. You should have a house, right? Oh, so that's what kept all you niggas in carbonation, because you didn't have to be in your parents' house. It made y'all feel like you was adults. So you endured a whole bunch of shit based off materialistic shit. You just said they can't get you with materialistic shit. Turn around and say the material is what kept you there. Now, yeah, you left and shit like that, but look at what you point out. You telling on yourself. They're going to use a housing to just keep me there and keep putting babies in me just to keep me there. So that's what they did, huh? Did you just tell on yourself, girl, sprung a leak?
These are my true feelings about the matter. But you know what these niggas do? They use the housing situation as an excuse for me to stay and for them to keep fucking me and keep putting babies in me.
They use the housing as an excuse for me to stay and to keep fucking me and to keep putting babies in me. She's talking about this in the past tense as if it all happened already. I don't think she hears herself. You're not talking about it like, you got me fucked up. That's what they wanted to do, but I ain't about to do that. But you said you ain't no hoe, nothing like that, right? Like she's a walking contradiction. This is, if you look in the dictionary for hypocrite, you find Elliot or Velvet. Because all in this little conversation, she literally, every time she says something, she debunks her own shit. And I'm the wrong motherfucker to be listening to some shit like that. Because I'm going to call it.
Wanted me to allow them to abuse me, to be polygamous and do all of this dumb shit that has nothing to do with them healing and becoming the best versions of themselves. So, like, I should have had a car by now. These niggas is not putting themselves in positions to position me, for that matter.
Man. I'm done. I'm fucking done. These niggas should be putting themselves in position to put you in position. So that's what you sitting back waiting on? If that's what you sitting back waiting on, then stop saying that you're this person and that person and you bring abundance and all this type of shit. Bitch, you whatever these niggas say you are. If that's what you waiting on. If you waiting on some shit like that, then how do you ever expect to be treated right? We're not in the same time, the same day and age. Hell, you're not even from my era, where it was even different than y'all have it today. But baby, you got 3 different children from three different dudes. For one, you can't expect not one dude in your life to put themselves in position, to put you in position if they not with you. Because you got children from 2 other dudes. I don't have to take care of them. Like, I love all children and shit like that, but I ain't got to take care of no children that ain't mine. Just because I got a child with a woman. That's like them videos back in the day where dude bought McDonald's for his child. that he was dropping back off. And the mom got mad because he didn't come there with McDonald's for the rest of the children that was in her house. I get what she's trying to say, but them ain't his children. He ain't got to not buy his kid McDonald's. I get the point. Definitely. I get her point. But it wasn't a good enough point to make an argument over him buying his own child McDonald's. So what are you expecting from niggas when you got 3 different baby daddies and sitting here saying, but I ain't no hoe. I'm a married woman with 3 children from 3 different baby daddies. It'd be a little different if you only had 2 baby daddies. 2 children from one from the new man. Nah, nigga. Nah, you ain't even been away from who you claim is your husband that long. And everywhere you went, you let them niggas hit you with them spibbity paps. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. What are we talking about here? Are you trying to convince yourself, or are you trying to convince us?
To be able to effectively take care of the child, even if they didn't want to have anything to do with the child. And this hurts because at the end of the day,
hold on, my bad. I hate to stop it again, but if you're talking about what they do for the child, that's all they have to do, which they're not. But you're talking about I should have been done have my own car, I should have been done had a house and all that type of shit. No, all they need to do is take care of their child. Now, they should make sure they have a car and they have a house so they can get rights to their children. Not just because you have a child, they have to take care of you. That's not how that works. All they have to do is make sure the child is right. Now, there are some men out there, you know what I mean? Like, I'm one of those men. Like, I'm always, and I'm still with my kid's mom. You understand what I'm saying? I'm still, we got to go through the bad times, the hard times, the rough roads, all that. After the first year and a half, 2-3 years, when it gets ugly because y'all really start to know each other, yeah, we went through that. And you know what happened on the other side of that? We got to actually know each other. Now there's no way we live life without each other. It's normal. A lot of people don't make it past that bullshit stage, their first few arguments and shit like that. So I don't have that problem with my children and shit like that. But I am the type of man that no matter what, even if I wasn't here, I'll still take care of shit in this house. I'm not going to pay all the bills, but I got a little something on it because my children live there. I get that part. But then again, all the children in my house are mine. I knew from jump that I didn't want to have kids with a whole bunch of different people. And I got a couple baby mamas, no doubt. But those kids are also way older. And then I have my family I started with my wife when her and I got together. And I don't expect her, she don't got to do nothing for my children, but she do. And they grown and everything. She ain't got to be a mother figure or nothing. All she got to do is take care of my children. And all I got to do is take care of her children. If we ain't together, I don't have to take care of her. I have to take care of my children. I'm not going to go and buy her no car. Why should you have a car if them niggas ain't got a car? So they supposed to put themselves in position to get some shit just to give to you and then, nah, come on, man. You can also put yourself in position. Wasn't you on rap videos and shit like that, leaving your kids with what's that lady name? The loud one from Louisiana? Remember when she left Eliana with her? And that woman turned right around on you and made you and your baby content.
I have to take those children to get fed. I have to take those children and make sure that those children have a stable place to live in. I have to make sure that these children have what they need. But this is the men's way.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Wanting me to need them. Wanting me to... wanting to have control over me in some kind of way. Like... this shit is weird, and it's
what she's saying is weird. You're saying everything you should have, but then you're turning around saying this is what they do to want me to need them. Like I don't think Velvet pays attention to the shit she says. I think she just goes live and start talking. I don't think she really pay attention to what she says. That's why I say she should be a battle rapper with all these double entendres and bullshit she talks.
Pitiful. And if anybody condones the father of my children, you're fucking dumb. Like you're dumb. Like
yeah,
just
Mama Wanda.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say that because at the end of the day, people have experiences that they have to go through to learn what they need.
Condone what with your baby's daddies? Condone what? It don't matter what the fuck we condone, you condoned. They wasn't somebody not to condone when you was fucking with them, right? Because you was just talking good, high quality shit about Soular. And you did it with your other two baby daddies, especially Nature Boy. When you know he was on some bullshit, you sitting here right now talking about the shit you didn't say nothing about, yet you went off and married that nigga and had a baby. That was a choice. You had that baby with that man. That was a choice. You had that baby with the second man. And it was a choice to get pregnant by Soular. Now, I don't agree with abortion, but there is ways you can go about not getting pregnant. So if you didn't do that, then bitch, you was trying to get pregnant. Come up here talking that fucking 20-year-old fly shit to me, bitch.
To learn. So I take that back. And I apologize for that.
Fucking kids,
because
man.
Even the fathers of my children are going through something spiritually.
And it's fathers. Goddamn. Fathers. Apostrophe S. Plural. I don't even know what the hell a father is.
And I can't take that away from them. I can't neglect that from them. And I can't allow my pain that was inflicted in the relationship with us deter me from the fact that they have to learn as well. And at the end of the day, they're gonna learn exactly what they need to learn. Period.
I wish you would learn. Shit.
You know, people have told me in my life that I need to take accountability for whatever reason. But I feel like I've taken accountability. If I wasn't taking accountability...
Look, did y'all peep that? People keep telling her she needs to take accountability, and she says, for whatever. But she feels like she has taken accountability. But for what? You ain't even mention what are you taking accountability for? Because if you don't know what you're taking accountability for, then I hate to tell anybody that's listening to this, you didn't actually take accountability for anything. If you don't even know what you're being accountable for. Shit crazy, man.
For any of the decisions I've made or anything like that, trust me, my children would not be taken care of the way that they taken care of. My children, I wouldn't be taken care of the way that I should be taken care of. I wouldn't be making decisions to put one foot in front of the other to get myself out of situations like that if I wasn't taking accountability. My thing is,
you getting away from a situation is not you taking accountability for the situation. That's you getting away from the situation. Just because somebody say, I am taking accountability, I don't think people really know what holding yourself accountable for something really is. It's not even so easy as just saying I was wrong, you was right. That's not even, it's not even as easy as that. Accountability, that's real accountability is tough. That's why a lot of people don't do it. Because you literally gotta face yourself. Now, that's one thing, even though it was bullshit, far-fetched, and a lot of times it was his fault, but that's what he used to always try to make every last one of them do. Take accountability for everything.
I am not exempt, just like you're not exempt for neglecting your emotional body. That is what this video is about, not neglecting yourself. Because even though I made bad decisions, and there was bad things that I experienced from those bad decisions, that don't give me room to neglect how I feel about the situation, because these niggas could hoop and holler about how they feel, what they been.
See how she changed that? I thought this was about not neglecting yourself. It's not about not neglecting what you think these niggas owe you. She changed that up real quick. You know what I mean? Like she said, it's not about me neglecting how I feel about this situation. It's not about how you feel. That's not taking accountability. I thought she was going to go into, it's not about me, but no matter about the bad decisions and stuff like that, you know what I mean? That doesn't warrant me to neglect myself. That would have sounded better, but nah, it doesn't neglect how I feel about this situation.
Through, why they been through it, how they feel like this bitch did that, that bitch did that, and I'm gonna be polygamous because there's no real love in the world and bitches ain't gonna be shit anyway. These niggas could do all of that. And they don't even get half of the hate that I get on social media just by being vulnerable, being real. So y'all can miss me with that bullshit.
Can y'all tell me where y'all have ever heard Velvet being real and not backslide on exactly everything she says?
About you gotta take accountability. Every freaking day I wake up, there is accountability being taken. I get up every day to take care of my children and neglect my emotions to be able to deal with. And this is exactly, I feel like the emotional turmoil is where my first baby father and my second baby father wanted me. I feel like they wanted me to be in emotional distress, because if they didn't, they wouldn't cause issues for me to co-parent. I wouldn't have to get protection orders. I wouldn't have to.
And you went through all that with your first two baby fathers, and you decided to have a baby with Soular and call that real love? Like he was gonna be anything different? Nah, baby, you don't get to keep saying, oh, even when I made bad decisions, and take accountability that way. If you keep making the same fucking decision expecting a different result, nigga, you insane.
This is all happening publicly. I wouldn't be humiliated publicly. Like my second baby daddy, you don't see him on social media talking about Velvet a hoe, Velvet ain't shit, Velvet did this, Velvet did that. You ain't see him doing all of that. That's how I clearly know the difference between a man who hate women and a man who just be like, fuck it just didn't work. For whatever reason.
I'll give you that.
Let's find a way to co-parent.
I'll give you that
effectively for the sake of our child's emotional well-being. So it's like,
but it's crazy because what damn, it's been so long since I did this shit. What was dude's name? What was the dude she came in with? That was with her first before Nature Boy, because that nigga right there loved the shit out of her. You expecting something, expecting to grow with somebody, but definitely like how is it cosmic? Like she said, how was it cosmic for you and Nature Boy to link up and come together? If that didn't work, if he was such bad energy, but you said that was cosmic. Yeah, what was dude's name? I think it started with an O or some shit. Damn, I can't believe I forgot that nigga name. That nigga so far out the picture. You know what I'm saying? But that's the nigga that was really feeling her. You know what I mean? That nigga was the one that was really Olmec. That was the one that was really feeling her. And she did that nigga dirty. So if she talking about energy and spirituality and shit, well then don't you believe in karma? Because I've heard you talk about karma a lot. What you expect to get? You had two choices, the red pill or the blue pill. You chose to see how deep the rabbit hole goes. And they chose to see how deep the rabbit hole went.
These niggas is lame little boys, and I literally cannot hold that in. That's not something that I can just hold in there. Well, they're the father of my children, and I just wish them the best. No, fuck that. They are the fathers of my children. They are supposed to be. If I could wish to turn back the hands of times, but at the end of the day,
what would you do if you could turn back the hands of time? Because you made the same mistake 3 times over. You could have stopped the hands of time after your first child and just raised her until you found somebody to have another child with, not get with somebody that you think is love at first sight. Y'all together for 2-3 months and you pregnant or fucking ready and the relationship is over. I'm sorry to say, I know you don't want to be that, and I know you don't want to be called that, but you's a hood rat.
That is the reality, and the reality.
And it's messed up too, because Velvet's not an ugly girl. Velvet is a very beautiful, beautiful woman. But that got you your way too many times and got you over. So yeah, you could blame the men, and I blame the men too, because they sorry ass sacks of shit. But the choice is ultimately yours to go to Carbonation with Old Mac and end up going with Nature Boy, then end up getting with your other baby daddy, leaving your baby with a YouTuber, getting with fucking Soular, having a baby, knowing that him and Janae was together in the first fucking place. How did you think that was going to turn out?
Is you as a man need to be you need to be doing better, bro. Cause and I'm saying that publicly and I'm saying that out loud because the first father and the the third father of my children, they are people, they are boys who literally get on social media talking about this spiritual community shit and how we're supposed to be healing and healing generational curses and doing this and doing that, and we're supposed to effectively be working on ourselves, and we're supposed to be all of this and all of that. But they're the ones that's actually causing the conflict, actually causing the confusion, actually doing the fucked up shit to perpetuate the generational curses.
Yet y'all women that's around this shit keep running to these same niggas. Keep chasing these same niggas. Now they boys and such. Shit, when you got pregnant by each one of these niggas, neither of them had anything. When you niggas was at Carbonation, staying in Airbnbs and shit like that, you niggas was literally homeless. Y'all niggas was literally bums. The only reason why y'all didn't live like bums is because the same very people that you guys try to act like you're above were the motherfuckers taking care of y'all when they thought y'all was victims. But see, now look how y'all talking because that money dried up.
Turning on women against women, being polygamous for no fucking reason, just frivolously doing shit because they're hurt and they can't deal with their emotional trauma or pain or whatever it is that they've been through. Like, bruh, this shit, that's why I'm saying it publicly. If they were never people who were boasting and bragging about how they so fucking spiritual and how they all of this shit about them being so fucking spiritual, I wouldn't have shit to say because that wouldn't give me room to have anything to say.
Button,
I would just be like, okay, well, they need to go learn.
But how the hell we had 60 people in here and shit, 12 likes? Like, y'all niggas ain't fucking with Dyse like that?
In this situation, it's more just like, bro, you fucking lame. Like, you really are fucking weird. Like, you are the false prophets that they talk about in the Bible. Like you make shit like that come true. Like, you are the people in society that is hindering society. You're not one of the men in society that's helping people. You're not one of the men in our society that's uplifting women, that's making sure that you're doing making sure you need to do what you need to do so that you don't hurt nobody else moving forward. Like, you just doing shit and doing shit and doing shit because of whatever vision that you thought that you had. Like, egotistical, narcissistic bullshit. Like, you're weird. And that is what's at the core of me. And I'm not going to sit here and neglect that part of me. I don't give a fuck about nobody's opinion. And I don't give a fuck about first baby mamas, third baby mamas, second baby mamas. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Because at the end of the day, we all human. And I personally feel like I was there genuinely there, vulnerably there, through the healing, through the progression and the journey of everybody that I've come across since I've had my first child. And I feel like I've given my all to those situations. I never was fake with anybody because there's not a fake bone in my body. I come from New Orleans. You could be fake, but bitch, we gonna know you fake. We even be being fake to each other, and we know when a bitch being fake because we not fake people. The bloodline that I come from, we're not fake people, and if we are being fake, it's easy to tell.
Yeah.
So when it comes
it is. That's how we can always tell when you being fake, because it's easy to tell. I don't know what you like. See, her problem is people will tell you the truth about yourself. You one of them people that will hear somebody call it how they see it, critique what they see, and then call them haters. There's a lot of people like that today. There's so many people like that today. You cannot give constructive criticism to, you know what I mean? And you guys are delusional because you guys won't believe nobody when they say, yo, that ain't it.
The light that I have within inside of me, I'm not going to make nobody make me feel less than what I gave the situation. I know what I gave the situation, period. And at the end of the day, it's a shame that I have to call my baby fathers and ask them to pay my phone bill because I'm taking care of all of their children by myself. That shouldn't even be like that. And I'm not complaining, because at the end of the day, my shit gonna get paid regardless. And that's not coming from an arrogant place. That's coming from an abundant place. Because karma, my mama said it best. Karma is how the tables turn. It doesn't mean that you deserve that shit.
See what I mean? See what I mean? Come on, man. I'm Big Dyse. Like, come on, man. Didn't I just say this shit? And she rolled right into that spiel. Now, mind you, I haven't even seen this video. I'm going based off of what we know about Eliana already. Or Velvet. I keep calling her Eliana. But I'm going based off what we already know Velvet to have done, to have said, and to have perpetuated in the past. Y'all literally say the same shit over and over and over. And when you don't have nothing to say, you say yada, 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 and all this and all that. That's what y'all say. Other than that, you guys got main basic words, generational curses, karma. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Y'all use the same shit. I just said she get to talking about believing in karma and shit. So what did you think was going to happen when you left Olmec for the fucking dead, a nigga that was highly in love with you, to go out here and squander around with the creeps? What'd you think that was going to turn you into? What'd you think people was going to say about that? What'd you think was going to happen? By now, you and Olmec could have been building a family.
Karma.
He even tried to come back for you again.
It's how the tables turn. And quite honestly, how the tables turn for me turned in my favor, because
crazy,
not
man.
only was I being allowed to have grace through the process and been shown where I need to heal and how I need to heal and why I need to heal, baby, that's all I could ever ask for. Being a spiritual person, that's all I want to do. I want to heal. I want to get over this shit so that I don't have to continue this shit in my legacy.
I don't really think you're a spiritual person, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? My mom's is a spiritual person. Well, my god mom, you know what I mean? My best friend's mom who raised me, but she's a spiritual person. She's into all of that, the chakras and everything. And the way her and her people were into it, you niggas only rub the fucking surface of what you know it to be. Y'all not spiritual like that, though.
I don't want to have to inflict this onto my children because I don't know what I'm doing. And that's what y'all watching me do. Y'all watching me figure it out. Because I don't necessarily.
So you are inflicting it onto your children because we're watching you figure it out, meaning you don't have it figured out yet, meaning you shouldn't have had no children yet. So there's no way you can stop from repeating the generational curses. Your children are already here. What are you talking about? Do you hear yourself?
None of us necessarily have a cheat sheet about how.
I don't think it's about knowing what they're talking about as much as it is trying to sound sophisticated. But they don't understand that they don't even sound sophisticated.
How life goes to heal and how you're supposed to heal what you need to heal. Like, it just is what it is. You feel me? And it's even more hurtful to me with the situation with the father's children, the first father and the third father, because when I got with the first father, I gave him everything. I gave him my womb. I gave him all of my money, anything, all of my talent. I not give it to him, but I shared it with him. I ain't see nothing in return for that. I had to put fraud on my name because of this nigga. Not only that, when I got with my third baby daddy and I had the child for him, he got 12 bands. The third baby father got 12 bands back. That money that he was boasting and bragging about to y'all on social media, talking about he got this kind of money that coming in, that kind of money coming in. Those 12 bands was for me. That was my money. That was unemployment that him and the first baby father filed for in my name, that I had to put fraud on my name for, that got my third baby's daddy bank account closed down because it was fucking fraud. And they weren't able to receive my unemployment check.
It's crazy how it was fraud, but you just now kind of saying something about that. Meaning you was there for the money too, but I guess since them niggas walked out with the money, now it's time to dime them niggas out. Because that's basically what she did right now. She just dimed them niggas out for felony charges.
And I ain't never see that money until I got with my third baby father and he received all of that money. Now you would think, and he confessed that he knew that that was the reason why he was getting the money. Because that $12K from my unemployment checks went to his bank account. And he wasn't able to receive it because that shit got shut down because I put fraud on my name because they was doing that shit. So when he...
You heard her just say because she put fraud on her name because they were doing that shit. She just told on herself. You just admitted that you was a part of it, trying to get the unemployment. You niggas was all scamming. COVID was you guys' highlight. Why everybody think that so many people were donating to these people taking care of them? They wasn't making donations like that. These niggas was getting checks, getting food stamps, and then once COVID hit and the PPP loans started cracking, they was all over that shit. Unemployment, everything. Everybody was able to get unemployment, even if you didn't have a job.
Got with me, I guess that was a clear way for him to get the money. But you would think that he would know that that's my money and put it in my name, or at least give me the money to be able to distribute or whatever, knowing what happened behind the situation. But you know what this nigga does? He drags me from wherever the fuck I was. I made the decision to allow him to drag me from wherever the fuck I was. Lost my house.
Ain't that shit irritating y'all? Like, bitch, it's father. The. T-H-E-R. Like, it shouldn't be bugging me that much, man, but she fucking up my high right there.
All that shit. Everything in it. All of the blessings that everybody gave me on social media. Lost all of that believing in this nigga. Get to Mexico. Get an apartment together. And this nigga treating me like I ain't shit. Like neglecting me like I'm just a bitch from hell. When I pretty much paid for everything. Like I literally paid for everything. Like that wasn't your money, sir. Mind you, at the end of it all, I don't even know where half of the money went because this nigga fucking frivolously did shit. He did not come, the third baby father, he did not come to me to talk to me about
she is not meant
doing anything
names,
together. We never did anything together. He wanted to do everything himself. I remember one time I had $50. Somebody gave me $50. Mind you, I got kids. I'm putting
$50?
Putting that $50 in my wallet. I'm saving it. I put the $50 in my wallet. I take the $50 away from him and I'm like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I put it in my wallet. This was when we first got together and he was like, why you had to take the money away from me like that? Like he made it a thing. Like $50, my nigga, you supposed to have way more than $50 in your pocket, but instead you're using my money. And it's like, how could I ever stoop that low? How could I ever put myself in that situation to gain experience? For knowing reasons in the future when I have to apply that wisdom to my life as a grown-ass woman and have to be able to teach my children that too. You feel me? So at the end of the day, like I don't regret, and I don't like not forgive myself for that. But I'm just looking at these niggas like, y'all, what some whack ass niggas like. Y'all, my baby daddy's is whack, bro. I
says a lot about you. You made that choice 3 times. Especially with Soular, like at least Nature Boy, grown ass fucking man, like he should, you know what I mean? Like he should definitely know better and do better or whatever. He did keep a roof over y'all niggas' head, no matter how y'all got it, your money, his money, they money, whatever. He knew how to keep all y'all straight. I'll give him that. But when you fucked with Soular, bitch, like what was you thinking? Oh, this was meant to be. Nah, nigga, you found a babysitter you thought you had for a minute, but Soular couldn't be tamed like that. Soular was too wild. He was too stuck on that same drug you was on. Because, nigga, wasn't you gone for a minute? Wasn't you out of the picture and shit? And all of a sudden, Soular doing his thing, and then here you come. Then what happened to you niggas starting carbonation over again? That didn't last long, did it? So for you to say, these niggas ain't shit, these 3 baby daddies are bad niggas, you know what I mean? Like these are your 3 bad choices, meaning you don't make good choices. The one good nigga out of the 4 niggas that you had was the one nigga didn't have a baby with you, and is the one nigga you should have been with and didn't stay with. The same nigga that came back to try to give you another chance like, yo, I love you. What'd you do? Because when everybody was like somebody said in the chat, when everybody was bowing down to your ass and all that shit, I think Lordship said it. Your ass was complacent like a motherfucker. I think that's who said it. I'm not sure. Yeah, that was Lordship. But you was there like a motherfucker. What's up, New York? How you doing, baby girl? Salute to you. Thank you for showing up.
Literally cannot. I'm disgusted, and that's another thing that I want to tie to the illness, gestational diabetes. When you develop that shit, it comes from a sense of disgust, an internal disgust about, you know, what you've been through, what you've endured, and how you've endured it. I'm literally disgusted by the first baby father and the third baby father. The second baby father is like literally right behind them.
Yeah,
but
Omeg.
I have some tolerance for the second.
Hey, Omeg made out just fine. Got up out that coat early on before the bullshit, and went and dropped this bitch the fuck off. She put a straight.
But I am literally disgusted. Like I can I'm just disgusted, bro. I'm disgusted. And the women that was involved in the situation, I'm disgusted behind that too. Because at the end of the day, I had a relationship with all of those women, a genuine relationship with all of those women, whether they want to tell you that it was fake or whatever the fuck, all they wanted to do was fuck. And that is the truth. Because if they didn't, they would not be trying to replace me, trying to run for queen and all of this extra shit. They wouldn't have had nothing to do with none of that shit. Because when I was in the position of queen, I told all of them bitches.
Damn, is this bitch listening to what I'm saying or something? This is a whole video. This bitch responding to shit I've been saying before she say it.
I said, I don't want this position. One of you bitches can have it. I don't argue about being queen. I don't argue about being the empress.
Damn, I didn't know that. Omeg abused abused his next female he got with. Shit, probably do to hurt because of this bitch. But I ain't gonna give him no excuse either, because none of that shit cool. You know what I'm saying? What up, Tree? Yeah, she got 3 kids
I
now.
am an empress, and that's just
Claiming
what it has
not to be
been
a
since
hood
I was
rat.
born. I don't have to argue about
She
that.
pregnant with one.
Neither do I have to compete
her
for that.
third one.
And if I gotta be in a facility or around people where y'all in competition about that ain't nowhere for me to be, because empresses don't fight over their position.
Yeah, she full
They
of
don't.
shit about the diabetes on how she got it or whatever.
It's a lot that I'm disgusted by. You know, the fact that this lady can get on social media and call me a demon and a devil and like all of this
talking
shit
about
and all of
Janae
this
right
shit,
now.
but was the same lady who was praying with me online about how we needed to keep the children protected and all of this shit. Mind you,
Okay, well, say that same shit to yourself, because she was with a guy she been chasing for a long time or whatever. She also the same woman that said your husband raped her. Oh, excuse me. Educational purposes, hopefully that worked. But R-word her. You understand? And you went off and got with the dude that just got her pregnant and then got pregnant. And you had nerve to talk shit to her? That don't make no sense, especially when you was rooting for her against your husband. Remember, you's a married woman. I's married now. Like, I don't even know how long this bitch was live doing this live and shit, but you wasted a whole lot of time. Like, this is that situation that I used to say back in the day where people say a whole lot but really say nothing.
this was the same woman, the first baby mama of my third baby daddy. This was the same woman who actually told me that I need to leave.
The first baby mama, barely because of you. She was barely the first baby mama. Your baby coming right behind it.
First baby father, because he wasn't healthy for me, and then went around town, fucked everybody just to spin the block and fuck him, and kept fucking him.
Nah, I didn't
and
see
then
that one, Hudson.
in front of me the whole time, but no one talks
I'm
about
gonna need to see that. I'm gonna need to see that one on Omeg. If somebody got that video, man, please send it to me on Instagram.
this shit. No one talks about this shit. Everybody just talks about how evil I am and how fucked up I am and how jealous I am of that woman. Like what? I'm disgusted by this shit. I am. This whole shit on social media. This shit on social media, all you fake ass people in social media.
How's everybody fake? You're the one that's on here doing dumb shit. You the one pregnant, get pregnant by 3 different people. You the one to go get pregnant by another woman's man. No matter if y'all was all together and knew each other or nothing. You knew she was pregnant. You knew she was with him. So why would you even step in it? Then call everybody haters? Say everybody hating on you? Saying that you hating? Saying that you evil and all? Come on, man. That was a situation you didn't even have to be a part of. But you made yourself a part of it because you're Velvet, right? But then it's everybody else's fault. Man, shut that shit up.
You know, all you people who don't want to, like, understand the situation, like, the hate, the negativity, like, all of it. I'm disgusted by it. Because at the end of the day,
so lost.
We're supposed to be a community that uplifts each other and try to help each other through the pain and adversity that we...
Then why are you getting pregnant by her baby daddy? Why are you getting pregnant by her child's father? Like, how can you say all this shit, but then do different shit? Like, that shit don't make no sense. And you think you're right?
We experience online, not be throwing it in each other's face like, well, you made the decision. Well, you the crazy one. Well, you did this and you did that. But when you actively see somebody progressing and healing, at least trying, you still shit on them. You shit on them harder than you shit on the people who ain't doing shit for themselves, who don't do nothing for themselves, who constantly causing confliction and harming people's lives. You uplift the people that go to sleep at night with vengeance on their heart.
Look, she don't even know what she was saying. Because what she's saying ain't that I haven't seen that. I would think you're talking about yourself. Because you are directly wrong in that situation right there. You and Soular are. Janae ain't wrong in that situation at all, if you ask me. Yeah, she promoted all the shit that y'all do and all that with the carbonation coat and shit. You know what I mean? And all the shit with Nature Boy, whatever. I don't give a fuck about none of that. This situation right here, you and Soular are wrong. I don't find Janae to be wrong about shit. And her and Soular had a beautiful baby. Just like your baby is beautiful. All your babies. It's crazy because all 4 of them are the innocent ones. They have no idea what's taking place in their life. But it's all about uplifting each other and all this sisterhood and stuff. What about uplifting the children? What about being a better steward of a parent for them? Y'all have babies and still ain't changed the bullshit? I thought once you got away, you'd run far and wide away from this shit. But nothing's worth leaving the attention, right? Because I can't stand Nature Boy myself, but without Nature Boy, you don't even have 164 people in your chat. Y'all niggas ain't popping like that. Yeah, y'all went through a lot. Y'all helped with a lot. Y'all promoted a lot. But he was, I mean, the nigga kept y'all stable. Facts. The nigga helped y'all get the views y'all get. And as bad as y'all want to hate that nigga, as bad as y'all want to put shit on that nigga, rightfully so, because the nigga's a creep, you niggas aren't y'all without him. We don't know none of you without him.
For other people, you condone and uplift the people who wish bad upon other people's lives. That's the people you condone.
Yeah, Chantel, she act like we wasn't there to see all that shit.
And I'm disgusted by it, and I'm tired of being silent about it because
it's about to end. This one's about to end.
I've implemented myself into it to a certain degree. Certain things I did not ask for. I did not ask for certain things to be done. It happened through abuse. How can I take accountability for some shit that I didn't even... It was abuse happening to me, so you expect me as the person getting abused in a situation to be like, well, fuck it, I I was abused. Like, what the fuck? No, that don't work like that. I was abused for a reason. There's a background behind it. There's a history behind it. There's literal things that I've been through for me to even to be able to attract abusive people into my life.
Huh? There's certain things that I've been through to be able to attract abusive people in your life? Nah, bitch, you made a choice. You made choices. Like, that's one thing I get tired of people doing, man. Females and males. When y'all get to sitting back talking about, why do I always choose these type of dudes and shit like that? It's not like you can't see who the nigga is. If the last nigga that had on Air Force Ones and was dressed in the gangster attire and was in his B-boy fit didn't work, even if the next nigga that's dressed just like that might work, you might not want to take that chance again. You made 3 bad choices in having children with 3 niggas that talk and walk the same walk. That's a choice.
You feel me? So it's like,
no, I don't
y'all
feel
weird
you.
when y'all just be fucking weirding me out, bro. But at the end of the day, I'm not like stressed about anything because I didn't do nothing wrong.
There you go again.
To none of these people on social media.
She didn't do nothing wrong.
I'm sitting here living my life. I was minding my business, still minding my business, will always mind my business. And at the end of the day, when I go to sleep at night, I wish everybody nothing but the best. I do hope that the fathers of my children turn their life around. You know, it's just certain things that I put to a stop. It's certain things that I have a limited perspective on, because I was in it with these people and I didn't make certain decisions that they made. Like, I didn't. And
a limited perspective? Like I said, some of these people just like to try to sound intelligent. They don't really know what they're talking about.
And as not comparing, it's just a moral heart. Like, I've built discernment to identify a moral heart. And some people I genuinely don't think have a moral heart.
She built
And whether that's
discernment.
my opinion or not, it stands. And
this bitch built discernment like a construction worker. I guess. She built discernment, y'all.
At the end of the day, we all gonna have our opinions about each other and different things, but I'm never gonna be on social media talking about, like, just going in on the bitch. Like, that don't have nothing to do with me. If she wants to be immoral, if he wants to be immoral, cool. But I'm not gonna, just because that is a factor, I'm not gonna sit here and neglect what happened to me. I'm not gonna neglect how I feel about the situation. I'm not gonna neglect my feelings about the matter, because today or tomorrow these bitches get on it.
I'm not gonna neglect. Why does this girl always say things in threes and shit just to fulfill her? I'm not gonna neglect this. I'm not gonna neglect that. I'm not gonna neglect this. It's these type of curses and these type of curses and these type of curses. Like, that shit don't make you sound more intelligent?
Internet, talking about how they feel and what they went through and how was they abused and all of this and all of that and all of this and all of that.
That's a fact.
Y'all gonna expect me to sit there and listen to them. Y'all gonna expect me to sit there and have compassion for them, when that shit is not happening the other way around. And it's cool.
Who expected
Like,
her to
I don't
have any
need
of
people
that?
to, have compassion for me or empathy for me. But like I said, I'm not a bare minimum person. What I give is what I give. I don't, like, I'm just saying, like, that's just how life is. You don't think something and it not come to you. So for me, I'm not just about to sit there and let people treat me any other type of way or be a doormat.
You don't think? I'm confused. Maybe I'm wrong, but that didn't sound right. I don't even remember what she said. Hold on.
Or just be somebody. I'm not a bare minimum person. What I give is what I give. I don't, like, I'm just saying, like, that's just how life is. You don't think something and it not come to you.
You don't think something and it not come to you. Huh? Because I think about shit all the time that don't come to me. Shit, I identify as a multimillionaire.
So for me, I'm not just about to sit there and let people treat me any other type of way or be a doormat or just be somebody that they shit on to express their emotions, and I just don't get to say nothing. I don't get to be heard. I don't get to do nothing. I just gotta sit there and be like, okay. That's not, no, it's a two-way street. And that's my point. It is a two-way street.
She don't learn from mistakes. She makes choices.
So,
that's it.
At this point, it is what it is. Like, it took me this far to make these many decisions, have these many baby daddies, for me to learn what I need to learn in my life. That don't have nothing.
So then how are you preaching to somebody else? How did they come out and try to preach to other people when they're the ones that keep running into the brick walls? If anything, y'all need to be making live saying, if anybody out there that can help me navigate my situation, I'm open to suggestions, something like that.
Nothing to do with you. That should never have anything to do with you, because my life is not affecting you. To the point where you can't sleep, or you can't eat, or you can't think, or you can't do what you need to do for yourself. So,
but you can't play that bullshit either to get people to not talk bad about you, but be right there on niggas' nuts when they talking good about you. When people talk bad about people online motherfuckers always come on and try to nonchalantly push it to the side like, I'm not nothing you should be worried about. Da-da-da-da-da. Why not? You online. So anything online deserves critique. Just like if somebody want to get online and talk shit about how I do this show, they have the right to do that. I have the choice to either respond or not respond.
I'm just here to encourage everybody with the simple knowledge behind what I am experiencing, what I have been through, so that we can get through it together. Whether these people want to change or not, congratulations to them. Whether these people want to become better people or not, I wish the best for them. But that does not
her 3 baby daddies to learn
them access to have a revolving door in my life.
Then stop giving them a revolving door in your life.
And if anybody don't like it, you can block yourself, because I'm over it.
Shit, block yourself. You the one that don't like it. Ain't nobody said nothing about it. Do you, boo-boo? But ain't nobody tied in that much over you to be losing sleep or doing any of that, man. Honestly, it's just content. I really don't give a fuck about your situation. And I'm sure most people don't. I don't give a fuck about you having 3 baby daddies. I don't give a fuck about you fucking with gay-ass Soular when we can see that this nigga is playing for the other team, but he won't admit it to himself.
Right. I'm disgusted by it. I'm over it.
How that nigga got a light bulb top of his head. That shit, when he cut his hair off, that shit looked like a damn light bulb up there. You know what I'm saying? Light bulb on top of his head, buck-ass, crooked teeth. Like, come on, get the fuck out of here.
Irresponsible people. And yes, I have made irresponsible choices. And I don't like those irresponsible things about myself. So I'm working every day to make better choices for me and my children, so that I don't end up in situations like I did with my 3rd child, my 2nd child, and my 1st child. So I feel like I pretty much got everything out. Like, I don't really have anything else more to say about it. I really just want to encourage you guys and really make.
I think we're gonna come back in the morning and do the Soular and Janae one and just make it two pieces of content instead of one long ass video. You
guys see life in a different perspective when it comes to your physical ailments.
That way I catch some people in the daytime in the morning, because I did the late night Dyse shit this time, and you know what I mean, y'all know that's how I used to do it before, whatever, late night. But most of the people on the East Coast, so, you know what I mean, like right now, it's like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the fucking morning for some people, so a lot of people won't catch this until the replay, so I'll give them the second half if you guys is up or whatever. I'll give them the second half in the morning, if y'all don't mind.
Physical illnesses are connected to something spiritual, and it's trying to get your attention. And, you know, just be, you know what you have to do in your life to be able to, because once you start to deal with these physical things in a spiritual way, they start to go away. Like,
you don't probably call this nigga lordship in a minute. I know he'll be up in the studio tonight.
You have to worry about illnesses. You don't have to worry about holding on to them, because in the alkaline mind, in a healthy mind, in an alkaline body, in a healthy body, you cannot harbor illnesses,
See, she don't have ugly
your
babies.
body cannot be at dis-ease.
Like,
So
that baby's
once you
so
start
beautiful.
healing these things within yourself spiritually, on a spiritual level, your ailments will start to dissipate and they will start to go away. But this is not something that just happens overnight, nor is it something that you can just one day make the decision to do and then 3 months later stop doing it. You have to keep doing it. It is a lifestyle. It is a life lesson. It is a life-changing, life-altering decision.
Over and over.
Once you make the decision to heal, you have to keep going, and you can't revert back to your old ways, because reverting back to your...
See, and then there she goes starting to try to teach what you should do, yet she makes the same mistake every time. When she first got away, you didn't go heal. You didn't take the time to heal from whatever you say you was a victim of, which proves you not to be a victim. What proves none of y'all to be real victims, which means that the only thing that happened was the police situation ended the party. That's why all you niggas was so mad at Janae when she first threw the allegations out. Now, I'm not saying the allegations are real, because I feel some type of way about that too. But we'll get into that later when we're talking about Janae and Soular. You know what I'm saying?
Always is putting you back at square one.
Oh, and shout out to hip hop. Hip hop did turn 50 years old the other night. Officially. 50 years old, man. Hip hop an old ass man, I'm trying to tell you.
Accumulating the illnesses from a spiritual place that you've experienced thus far. So I hope you guys took away from that. I just wish everybody nothing but love, light, and healing. You know, anybody in my life who hate me, congratulations. If you love me, I love you too. You know, I don't go to...
If you love me, I love you too. But if you critique me, that means you don't love me and you're a hater. Look, if y'all got love for Dyse, if y'all really fuck with Dyse, please don't ever be a motherfucker that just tell me anything just to keep everything right. Always tell me the truth. Always tell me where I'm fucking up at. Always tell me where I'm wrong at. I got a few of y'all that I met online years back, and I still fuck with y'all, that always tell me the truth. You know what I'm saying? Street Knowledge, one of them from Generation X. You know what I'm saying? Lordship, another one I talk to offline that'll tell me if my shit stink or not, and gonna keep it all the way real. Like, if you fuck with somebody, if you really fuck with somebody, you should be the first one that's able to tell them when they're wrong. Tell me. If you really fuck with me, don't let me go out there blind. Tell me what's wrong.
With vengeance on my heart, because that's not the type, that's just too much to deal with. Like, I got enough going on. Like, it is what it is. But I hope you guys have a great day. I did want to update you guys, because you guys are asking. I get an anatomy scan done this coming up week. So I'm gonna let the weekend pass, and then this coming up week I do the anatomy scan confirming the gender. And I will have a gender reveal, a virtual gender reveal, and then I'll be putting out the registry. A lot of people have asked me for a registry, so I made a registry. I wasn't going to make a registry, but a lot of people have asked me to gift me something for the baby, so I did make a registry. I put something on the registry for you guys to gift the baby.
It always come back to giving us something, huh? It's crazy too, man, because a lot of content creators that I'm seeing today that started off on they journey about to be big content creators and shit, that COVID shit with all the cash apps and shit, they was eating real big, you know what I'm saying? Now niggas are struggling. I done seen so many content creators on live going off on they audience about donations, you know what I'm saying, getting mad, pulling the sad card, and oh man, well, I guess nobody fucking with me, and I'm about to lose my house, and why in the fuck are you niggas on here doing content depending on somebody to send their hard-earned money every fucking day to pay your bills? I wouldn't give a fuck if it's $1. Shit, if I got 20 people in here right now, 20 people can send me $1 and I got $20. I understand that. 300 people can send you $1 and have $300, but niggas gotta understand gratuity. Not something that's owed to you. Niggas like, oh, nigga, this is what I do. Nigga, they was supposed to take care of me and make sure my shit straight. Nah, nigga, go get your money from YouTube. If we want this to really be a job, be everything like that, well then go get that monetized money from the company you're working for. Not expect motherfuckers that come to support you. The only way that they can support you is to give your black ass money. When did that become support? More than showing up, more than hitting the like, more than subscribing. When did the money, if you ain't sending me money, you ain't supporting me, become the thing?
And I'll be holding the virtual
niggas can't even get their
reveal,
own
and
money,
I'll be giving you guys access to the link, to the baby registry link when I do that. And I'm just gonna live my life. Like, I'm not gonna be silenced by what people want to think or say. I give a fuck less. I literally don't care.
I'd rather be told the truth.
But yeah. My due date is also October. They told me October 31st, but I think I'm going to be having my baby before October 31st. So I'm just going to keep you guys updated. Like, my life is online now. Like, this is, like literally when I'm...
Her life is online thanks to who? Why is your life online? I know it sucks. But none of you guys are doing nothing if y'all don't fuck with the demon nigga. Because you can easily get offline and just raise your kids. So what's the point of the internet if you ain't really getting no money from that like that? That's where I say attention is the new drug. That shit powerful, man. Shit, I wish I could sack attention up in sacks and sell that shit. That's how trapped it has everybody in this world right now.
Not online, my shit still end up online. So I'm like, okay, this must be where I need to be.
No, it don't end up online unless you record it. What do you mean? It doesn't end up online unless you record it, unless you go live, unless you're around people videotaping. So you can go without ending up online.
So
that's a sad ass excuse to stay online.
You talking about the third baby daddy? I don't know where he at. I think he's struggling to help me pay my phone bill. I don't know, but that's gonna let me know
struggling to help me pay my phone bill
in future references, because like these
Did
niggas
she just say what I thought she said.
Know how to move with him in future references, because
like, listen to how she talk. This girl is uneducated. Listen if y'all caught what I caught.
The third baby daddy, I don't know where he at. I think he's struggling to help me pay my phone bill. I don't know, but that's gonna let me know how to move with him in future references, because
how to move with him in future references? What? That's going to show me how to move with him in future references. You mean in future instances? And not even that, but that would have been better to use than future references. You give reference. You obtain a reference for a job. You don't move in future reference.
Like, these niggas just think that just because they giving me money to pay my phone bill that they can continue fucking me. No, you gonna pay my phone bill because you got a baby that need to go to and from the doctor as of currently. A pregnant woman that we both made the decision to get pregnant, and now you gotta face the consequences of what you did. Now you gotta take accountability, bitch. I left. Now deal with that shit. But if I don't get help from the situation, how to move with him in future references, because
now you gotta take accountability, bitch.
These niggas just think that just because they giving me money to pay my phone bill that they can continue fucking me.
She said this nigga is out struggling trying to help her pay her phone bill. Then turns around and says, these niggas think just because they paying my phone bill they could turn around and fuck me. Bitch, why does he need to pay your phone bill? Pay your own damn phone bill. Soular, go take some diapers and shit. You pay no goddamn phone bill. Pay a phone bill for what? It's obviously you got communication. And if you ain't got communication because your phone turned off outside the house, it seems like you got Wi-Fi, right? Well, bitch, stay your ass in the house. You got 3 kids. Stay at home.
No, you gonna pay my phone bill because you got a baby that need to go to and from the doctor.
That has nothing to do with him having a baby with you. Pay your own phone bill.
As of currently, a pregnant woman that we both made the decision to get pregnant, and now you gotta face the consequences of what you did. Now you gotta take accountability, bitch. I left. Now deal with that shit.
You gotta take accountability, bitch.
But if I don't get help from the situation the way that I need to, then it's pretty obvious. You know, it's pretty obvious. I know I wanted to be a Libra so bad. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all don't understand how much I've been trying to imagine.
Yeah, she do need to write a letter to Erykah Badu and find out what her secret is. Because Erykah Badu be putting it on them niggas, don't shit. You know, hey, I'm just saying, Erykah Badu ain't too far-fetched off of hood rat status either. If I'm keeping it a buck. I'm going to keep it a buck where I got to keep it a buck. But see, difference is, shit, nigga, I'll be Erykah Badu's 13th baby daddy, nigga. Shit, nigga, I'd be the 13th one.
And if, oh my God. Anyway. But yeah,
Erykah Badu, hey, something wrong with that bitch, man. She a beautiful woman, man, but whew, scared of her.
I'm going to know how I need to move further. And like I said, like, I'm doing everything myself anyway. So it's like, it is what it is. It's just going to let me know how I need to move.
Well,
but
don't expect
every time I go
from no
to
nigga,
ask
especially no low life niggas. You can't force a low life nigga to get himself right if he couldn't get himself right for himself. What do you expect him to do for his child if he can't take care of himself? You know what I'm saying? You females, man, and you niggas, yo, everybody got to start being better judges of character when it comes to making children instead of just being infatuated with something for a minute and then, oh, yeah, we want to have a baby, we in love, and then it don't work out. Get through the first 3-4 years and see what happens after that. Then have children. Instead of connecting yourself to people that you not going to spend your fucking life with, but you're connected to these niggas for the rest of your life. Like, bitch, you're connected to this nigga Soular, Nature Boy, and the other nigga for life. For life. So no matter what, you're always, even if you get yourself together, you're always going to have the same fucking turmoil unless all 3 of them niggas get their shit together. Because I wouldn't expect neither one of them niggas to take care of the other nigga's baby if they're not with you. And longer down the line, that will become a problem and a go-to in any argument you have with any one of these niggas. Nature Boy, the worst one. Because Nature Boy's going to be able to throw up in your face the shit you did after him. Which discounts what you say he's done to you. Unfortunately.
For stuff, like if I need help with something, these niggas act like it's a avenue to fuck.
Damn
and I'm just
right,
like,
tattoo the name.
Are you fucking dumb?
Lordship. Shit. Nigga, even my wife
Like,
would be like, we both marrying that bitch.
You think I'm a fucking prostitute? You think I'm just gonna have sex with you just because I'm pregnant for you? You're fucking weird. You're a fucking weirdo. Because you had that.
I don't know. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I dig Red Bones. I dig Chocolate Sisters or whatever. I dig beautiful people. But I just, and I don't really care for neither one of these females, but I'm just like, for what it's worth, Soular got to be a dumbass nigga because Janae was the better choice. Especially her not having any kids at all. This being her first kid, your first kid. I honestly find Janae to be a tad bit more like Velvet is. She's a cute girl. She's not ugly. She's not necessarily like, that's not necessarily top-notch beauty though. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Janae has a different aura about her. Her mind might be messed up, but Janae's a very beautiful woman. Very beautiful woman. You know what I mean? And I would say out of everybody, she's the one that would be more into the spirituality lifestyle than most. Like, she's the one that remind me of some of the females in my family with always got the incense burning and all the jewels and stuff on and little change from the ear to the nose and you know what I mean? Throw the afro wigs on and the afro puffs and like she just sort of like you can even go back to her shit a little bit before carbonation and she was spiritually in tuned. You know what I mean? She seems to have a better head than most, but still yet no different. But in this situation, if we take away the carbonation situation and everything else like that, take away everything and just base it off the three-way thing that's going on with her, Velvet, and Soular. Oh, well then, I don't find her to be wrong in this situation at all. I do not find her to be wrong in this situation at all. I find Velvet and Soular to be totally wrong. You know what I mean? More so Soular than Velvet. But the only reason why that is because I already know what to expect from Velvet. I forgot what you call them. You know what? I ain't even gonna call it nothing because y'all know I ain't like that, and I already know what I'm gonna say is gonna come off harsh, which it should be harsh, but I ain't got to call it no names like that. Some names can hit more people than just the person you're talking about just by the way it comes off. So I'm not gonna do that.
You had the opportunity, you squandered the opportunity, and now you think you can just get in.
Yeah,
like,
she more masculine.
Like,
She even got her daddy mustache. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember back in the day when I used to pull that shit from Friday? Oh, I like the way you got that lined up right there. But she's not an ugly girl. But I find Janae to be, I think Janae is a very, very, very beautiful, and I'm not saying attractive woman, I'm saying a beautiful woman. She could be a beautiful soul maybe later on in life, because if she keeps this up, she's going to be one of those down to earth, kind of float across the concrete type women that always got incense and sage burning and shit. This one right here that claimed to be spiritual, I bet you go in her house, it look like ours. Probably still got a stack of CDs over there by the CD player that don't work, that you don't even use. Probably got DVDs and VHS tapes all in the closet. You know what I mean? Got boxes and shit that still ain't been unpacked. But you go over to Janae and whatever room she's in or anything like that, like I'd have to say she do the work more than most of y'all.
Night. 100%. If we not talking about
Still
the
don't make
child
her
and how
right,
you
though.
gonna pay child support or help me support the child, we don't have anything to talk about. We don't have to hash out nothing from a relationship. We don't have nothing to revisit, unravel, heal from. Baby, you do your healing, I'ma do mine. Say hi. Hi. Say hi. You see everybody? You see?
I think the kids are gorgeous, are beautiful. And the only problem I have with the children is how you always throw them up in the camera when you on here doing this shit that has nothing to do with them. You don't need to show your children like that. Not that you got to hide your children, but you don't got to bring in the soft and the blow and shit with your children all the time. Because that's what they're saying, because I just got my soft heart and shit. The baby got in the camera. All of a sudden, I wasn't mad no more. I got my soft heart and shit. Started looking at the baby.
No, it's Scorpio, but I said I know that's Scorpio. I know October 31st is Scorpio. She's a Scorpio baby. Avi's a Scorpio baby. Avi was born November 17th. But I know October 31st is a Scorpio baby, but I think I'm going to be having the baby before October 31st because all of my children, I gave birth to 2 weeks before their due dates. So, yeah. So, with that being said, October is the month of Libra energy as well. So, could be a Libra or a Scorpio. Either way, we're going to have a healthy child. I'm going to definitely take care of myself. Y'all ain't got to worry about that. So, don't even stress about that. I ain't hurting. I ain't worried. I ain't stressed out about nothing. I'm just going to take the proper steps necessary to make sure I'm healthy, make sure I'm doing the things that I need to do. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. And I'm just going to continue to be me, and love on these babies and give them the best of me at all times. Even if I'm struggling to do it, I'm going to do the best I can with what I have.
Hopefully.
But
I'm glad to see that your children are all still with you, though. You know what I mean? I know you made some bad choices early on with Eliana or whatever. Even the point of trying to have the baby natural over there in that cult where you're malnutrition and all that type of shit. You should have been smarter enough than to listen to that nigga. But I do see your kids are all with you. You ain't in no threat of your children being taken. So I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you that. I never said you didn't take care of your children. You know what I'm saying? I just think you make bad choices. And even with the internet shit, I still think you make bad choices with these children, because at no fucking point with you and Soular just getting together should you have been walking around having him act like those kids was his and getting them kids to call him daddy. That nothing was cool about that. That wasn't cool. I can understand if you got some other dude and y'all been together for a while, somebody that don't know the situation or anything like that, but you manipulated your children. And that wasn't cool, especially for somebody to say she's all about her children and shit like that. Then you should have never put them in that situation. You want to go fuck on Soular? Take your little nasty ass over there and go fuck on that nasty ass nigga. Go do that. But we love at first sight and we need to be together. Just for him to come in talking about, oh, shit, nigga owe me a daughter and holding on his children and shit like that. Like, I wouldn't give a fuck what you and Eligio been through. If I was Eligio, they like not to let me out because fuck you. I beat on that nigga just for the way he was holding my daughter. No, being that he knows me. Being that me and him lived together for years. You was under me, bitch, nigga. I'd beat the dog brakes off that nigga. For my daughter.
I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love and support. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to hit my inbox up. I'm not going to be answering questions in the chat right now because it's just a lot that come with that. On a later date, I may answer questions. But like I said, I get a lot of naysayers and social media bullies. So I'm just going to kind of refrain from that right now. But if you guys have questions, I love you too. I appreciate that. If you guys have any questions for me or just want to have, just a conversation with me, feel free to hit me up in my inbox. But I appreciate you for the support. You say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Crazy, right? Anyway, man. Y'all already know what's up, man. I'm going to have to go back and retitle this shit for part 1 because I'm going to do part 2 early in the morning, like 4, 5 in the morning my time, which would be like 7, 8 o'clock East Coast time or whatever. Try to get some of the people that happen to be asleep up in here. But, man, this whole situation, like I said, I'm not necessarily talking about carbonation. I'm not really even talking about Nature Boy or nothing else that has to do with none of that. I'm talking about this situation right here with this three-way with this woman named, damn, I almost forgot her fucking name. Velvet. This woman right here named Velvet. The other woman named Janae. And then you got Soular, which his name is Courtney. So Courtney, Velvet, and Janae. That's what I'm talking about. Soular, Eliana, and Natiri. What the crazy thing about Natiri's name is I didn't hear too many people the whole time ever say, damn, she took the name from the damn Avatar. Never really heard nobody say it, but whatever. But I'm talking about this situation for right now. You know what I'm saying? We will touch on other situations and shit. And I've been away from this sector and away from YouTube for such a fucking long time, man. And I was in the homegirl Stinson's live, and man, when I tell you it felt like a family reunion in that motherfucker, like it was a few heads missing. It was a lot of heads missing, but for the fact that the chat was like old times, it was a lot of the old names I seen, G5, Oshun, you know what I mean, E-Love, you know what I mean, Hudson, everybody. And everybody was in that motherfucker kicking it. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody said the same thing. It felt like a damn family reunion over there at Stinson. But it got me wanting to talk more on this shit because I stay watching it. I stay tuned in. You know what I mean? So I can see what's going on. You know what I mean? I'm always watching the same old channels that I used to support and all that type of stuff. I just be elsewhere with my shit, man. And I'm not even gonna lie, YouTube got boring. Doing social media and the way that everybody's doing social media today got boring. Because I'm still not willing to go to the lengths of what people are going to. Now, everything you click on is some fucking clickbait. Shit, you can't even tell what's real no more. You have a situation and shit. Like I seen, what was it, ZX? ZX was reporting on a woman sleeping with a student the other day. And it's crazy because the same woman that was accused is a woman I follow on YouTube. And I knew, but I don't think he knew, that was just a skit. She didn't really do that. She has a whole channel. That's her content. She do little shit like that. Make it seem like she on the news, make it seem like she's a fake reporter and all that. You know what I mean? But you never know what's real anymore. It's like a whole fucking world of clickbait now. You feel what I'm saying? Anyway, man, I want to thank y'all for coming through, man, and hanging out with your boy late night for my first night back. I will be live back again early in the morning, man, to do part 2 of this. And that's when we going to check out this part of it with Janae and Soular. You know what I'm saying? And what they were talking about.
I don't know. Get there.
Well, I already did that. What's
no,
next?
you need to continuously do that. Something that's gonna
see, and it's crazy because look how that nigga be all pussyfooting around for Velvet. Like that nigga is sprung on Velvet. Like he don't even understand how much he's brown nosing. You understand what I'm saying? But look at his face and look how he talked to Janae, who has your first child. Nigga, you ain't even had the chance to become a father yet or be a father yet, and you already done impregnated another person? Anyway, that's just, hey, y'all know I'm about to go in on that in the morning. You know what I mean? So make sure you guys tune back in. If y'all ain't been to sleep tonight, man, make sure you get your sleep because I'm going to be live here in a few hours. You feel me? I'm going to be live talking about this part of it. So make sure y'all show up and come back, man, to support your boy. Anyway, man, I want to say shout out to y'all. Shout out to the faculty, of course. Man, and shout out to everybody doing their motherfucking thing for this summer. Make sure you guys stay hydrated because niggas is out here passing out due to heat exhaustion. Ain't that a bitch? Due to heat exhaustion, niggas is passing out at 103, 105 degrees. Nigga, I'm over here living in 120, and ain't nobody passed out yet. Nah, let me quit. It doesn't matter. I mean, that's never cool. And most people pass out from heat exhaustion in the most humid places. This is dry heat out here, so and you can still pass out, but shit, ain't nobody passing out and landing on this hot ass ground that cook eggs in a skillet from the ground. Nigga, ain't no stove. That's a tradition here. Put a skillet outside, a cast iron skillet outside for about 20, 30 minutes. Go out there, put an egg in that motherfucker, and that egg will cook up for your ass. You feel me? Anyway, man, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all in the morning. Peace.